Hey everyone, it's very rare that I actually accomplish something on Evony, and I just want to say that I feel accomplished now that I have achieved Civilization Treasure level 9. Now, I remember back in the day when 8 was the max, or they actually 6 was the max, and then they changed it to level 10 or something. And I remember BK, who was like one of the biggest players on Evony, was like, I just, did all my treasure boxes and I'm at level 8. And I thought, wow, that is the one to shoot for, level 8. And then once I got level 8, then they switched it up to, I don't know, what is it now, level 12? Or I think it's 11. Level 11. It's either 11 or 12. But that being said, I remember thinking that level 9 was such a huge deal because Small PP got level 9, and I wanted to finally get to that point. So what I did is I always made sure on the Sulis event I chose the treasure boxes. I know it's kind of like a unsexy little treasure to get, but the consistency of doing this every event along with the war medal, right? So if you unlock the war medal, the elite task, you'll get 300. So that's 700 treasure boxes each event, plus whatever you're buying in the packs, or if you're doing event packs, you're going to get a lot of those, treasure chest things. So looking here, I'm so close, like so close. And I thought this would be kind of a good opportunity to show you guys when you do get this close that you have alternative rather than, trying to hoard a bunch of last minute event packs because you only get 90 treasure boxes in those 99 packs. You can just buy in the black market. Now, yes, you're going to need a lot of gems. You're seeing here I have 3 million gems, and just spoiler alert, once I go through those 3 million gems, it's not going to be enough. So if you have the gems, definitely this is going to bypass spending money on packs. Now, again, it is all relative, right? It's all relative. So my advice to the newer continents, the newer players, right? If I were you, instead of wasting all of your gems on refining the intermediate gear, right? I would not waste anything on refining any gear really, unless it's monster gear, except for civ gear. So that's what I did in my first server is I just waited. I waited till do all civ gear, and I bypassed spending all that gem and money in between. And if I would have done everything differently, I would have actually focused those gems on getting my civilization treasures up as high as I could. So the reason being is your civilization treasure is a foundational stat, right? Those things don't change. Once you get them, they're there, they're permanent, they're there forever. So fleshing out your foundational stats is really important than wasting all of your gems on like intermediate gear. Like let's say, people were burning gems on Ares gear, and then what the Archimenidae gear. And of course, you can use that for your subgenerals, but what I'm saying is people were using all the gear in between before they got the Civ gear. So, that said, I would spend your gems on other things that will be foundational stats, if that makes sense. So, let me fast forward this to you through because I know you guys don't want to watch this, so jumping ahead. So after 3 million gems, we got 809 treasure boxes. So we're going to see if that's going to be enough to get me to the next level. And I don't think it is, but let's see. So yeah, not enough. So we're going to need quite a bit more. And I want to show you on the consumption event on the gems, they actually added another row. So before it used to be 8 million was the last row. Now it's 12 million. So if I need to spend 12 million gems, at least I'm getting rewards back for it. I would never buy treasure boxes or do any of that kind of stuff on a non-event day. So you might think, I don't have that many gems. And, I also used to never have gems because I would waste them. I would waste them every time I bought a pack. I would waste those gems as fast as I bought them. And what I have learned is to basically sit on gems as long as possible, sit on doing refines, sit on doing things that cost gems, and just wait for the events to roll around so you're getting something back. You know, you're getting rewards in return. But also, you're going to have a lot more like your game is going to feel a lot better when you don't feel like you have to keep replenishing gems over and over again. You don't want to get into that space. Otherwise, you're just going to be buying stupid packs and you're just going to be wasteful. And I know I shouldn't be preaching anything about being wasteful because I buy stupid civilization cards and you shouldn't buy those. But that being said, the treasure box only have like what, 90, 85 in the 99 pack? That's nothing. You don't want to be in a situation where you're trying to, get 400 boxes and you have to buy 4 packs for that when you could just use your gems. And that is not free, but at least it's, accrued over time. And actually, if you're doing the barbarians, if you're doing the pyramids, you can get those gems pretty easily and just hoard them and save them. I see people kind of wasting gems on like march speeds and all this kind of stuff, and you can get march speeds other ways. I think I have like 3 videos on how to get march speeds. So really focus on the things that you can use your gems for and what is going to be better for you. Okay, I don't have enough to open all of them at once, so I'm going to go back in and get a couple more of the treasure boxes in the marketplace, but it shouldn't be that much more. I'm very, very close. So what I really want to show you are the buffs on the upgrade because the debuffs are just such a huge jump, and I really hope that helps with my defense when challenge comes up soon. So I'm very happy that I finally made a milestone, but then of course Evony pissed me off with the lucky bags, but it's okay. We will just keep moving on. And I got another response on the civilization cards that I was not happy with, so I'm telling you guys, don't spend on the civilization cards. It's just do it for free. Get the golds for free, and those are guaranteed buffs. You can get it for free, and unless you're a mega whale, don't worry about get the diamond cards. I mean, just trade them every day, play for fun, but you don't want to go down that rabbit hole because it's going to be a lot of money. So let's finally get enough boxes here. One thing else that I want to say to the newer people that watch me, because it's always funny that every day there's always the new people that start Evony. So I try to be mindful because I'm always thinking of like C2 and C3 and C5 and C4. Those are just, the continents that I've been a part of and have been in. I literally have been in C2, C3 in one of my servers, and then I was in C4 and C5 in my first server. So I literally have been in 4 continents, even though I've only been on 2 servers. And I try to be mindful that there's a whole, like, all bunch of new people that join every day. And we have a C6, and I'm sure there'll be a C7 at some point. And I just want to say that the civilization treasure are like a very slept on buff. And the thing is that they are a foundational stat. So you're going to want to try to expedite what you can on your foundational stats so that then you can focus on your other stats, like your refining of gear. And I know people are going to say, oh no, refine gear first. And I'm going to say, no, I don't agree with that, because when I first started in 1008, when everyone else was wasting their gems and refines on doing Ares gear, dragon gear, they like, I get it. I get doing it for monsters, but I did not do anything. I just did civilization gear and maybe a little monster gear. That's it. I did not waste my gems waiting for the intermediate stuff. Just go to the last level, and you're going to have to adjust to whatever your gameplay or spend level is. But I know myself, and I know, hey, I'm only going to be happy if I have civilization gear, so I'm just not going to spend on it until I have the civilization gear. I saved myself a lot of gems, a lot of money, and you know what ended up happening? I fast tracked and became the biggest on the server by doing all these like little tips here. So that being said, look at the amount of debuff that I'm getting from the level 8 to level 9. It's a big difference, right? And it's not easy to get debuffs, and I know we end up spending a lot on sub generals and just always looking at debuff stats and gear and all that kind of stuff, but upgrading all of my treasures is giving me these like massive boosts on the debuffs, which is great. For the eggs, I can't say this enough. For new and old players, you got to get to the level where you can get the three eggs. And just, if you're not a farmer like me, I don't farm, but every day, or at least every day, I try to go on a 15 or 16 tile just to get my 3 eggs every day. That's it. You don't have to waste your time trying to farm and go to tiles. Just do it once a day and you'll get all 3 eggs on that tile. And what I haven't gone to 45 yet, so this is awesome that I'm going to be getting extra construction speed. I know it's not a whole bunch more, but every little thing counts. And when you add them all up holistically and every single place that you can get an extra stat, extra buff, whatever, it's going to keep your game to be a little bit more efficient and run a little bit more smoothly. And yes, the higher level you go, the more expensive it gets. But here you see I'm cashing out on the gems that I spent and I'm getting rewarded back. So play smart, play efficient and effective, and play to your level. Don't try to play to other people's level. Just play into the level that you can play. That's going to be a video for a different day, but it is important that you play as smart as you can and let me make the mistakes. Let me show you the stupid spending and all that kind of stuff so that you guys don't. So that said, I hope you guys learned something on this, and I hope you guys get your civilization treasures up. See you soon.